topic is quadrupling inhaled glucocorticoid dose to abort asthma exacerbation. In definition, we have that asthmatic exacerbations are episodes of worsening of the patient breathing situation that require modifications in treatment. They must be clinically identified by changes in symptoms or in relief medication or in lung function with respect to the daily variation of a particular patient.
On inhaled corticosteroids. So first, we'll know what are inhaled corticosteroids. So basically, these are the medications which are mainly used in the chronic treatment of moderate to severe bronchial asthma and COPD. And one should remember that when compared with the systemic corticosteroids, these inhaled corticosteroids has got minimal systemic side effects. And you may be thinking, what is the mechanism of action of inhaled corticosteroids in the treatment of asthma? So these inhaled glucocorticoids will provide anti-inflammatory effects on the bronchial airways. And it also acts as a maintenance medication or the controller medication by decreasing the inflammatory response in the obstructive diseases. And one must remember that these inhaled corticosteroids should not be used during acute attack or exacerbation because they do not provide any immediate relief. So coming to the examples of inhaled corticosteroids, you have got budesonide, beclomethasone, fluticasone propionate, cyclizonide.
The applications in medicine the objective of the treatment of a crisis is to preserve the life of the patient, reversing airflow obstruction and hypoxemia as quickly as possible, and later establish or revise the therapeutic plan to prevent new crises, which include a temporary quadrupling of the dose of inhaled glucocorticoids when asthma control starts to deteriorate.
Heather, whenever I mention the use of steroids, inhaled steroids in asthma, my patients get very nervous. A lot of questions about, what are the side effects of these medications? They have the image of bodybuilders and all the negative effects of steroid use. How do you discuss that? What are the side effects of these drugs? How do you couch it and talk about this with your patients?
Well, I think the concerns that come from the use of inhaled steroids stem back to known side effects that we know about with oral steroids or steroid pills that have to be taken on a regular basis. These steroid pills are not anabolic steroids that build muscles. They're corticosteroids that actually can have very different side effects. There can be weight gain, decreased bone density leading to
The pros and cons in case of persistent refractory respiratory failure or symptoms or signs of severe exacerbation despite treatment, there is the possibility of using non-invasive despite a mechanical ventilation or referring the patient to the ICU for orotracheal intubation and mechanical ventilation.
This animation is brought to you by the Nucleus Medical Art Library, or NMAL, where you can download this animation and thousands of medical images and videos created by Nucleus Medical Media. To apply for a free 30-day trial, click on the link in the description.
People who have lung conditions like asthma or COPD often take their medications using a handheld device called a metered dose inhaler, or MDI. A meter.
The issue applied in Ecuador is that in Ecuador it is estimated that asthma affects 7% of the population. According to the figures of the Ecuadorian Institute of Statistics and Census, in 2010 there were 3,275 cases registered in the country of this disease. With the conclusion, we have that the temporary quadrupling of the dose of inhaled glucocorticoids when the control of asthma deteriorates results in fewer severe asthma exacerbations than in a plan in which the dose was not increased.